Say hi, Avery. Is that a book? Is that a doggy? As you can see, Avery likes books. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's like 4:30 and I'm so exhausted. It has been the most crazy day. I haven't even been able to video any of it because every time we go somewhere, they're like, no videoing allowed. But I knew this was going to be my hell day, and it has been a hell day. It has been one thing after another, and we're not even done, even though it's almost 5 o'clock. So today was all about Avery. We had a ton of appointments that we've been waiting like over a month for. When Avery had her 2-year-old well check appointment, it was like April 1st, I think. It was the beginning of April. They were doing an eye test, and they like took a picture of her eyes on their phone and had some program, and it ballooned, and it came up flagged for some reason. And so we got referred to a pediatric ophthalmologist to look at her eyes to see if there's any problems with her eyes. Now, I've taken her several times to get her eyes checked. I took her when she was 8 months old. There's like an infancy program where you can go and get infants' eyes looked at for free up to a year. I took her when she was 8 months old. They found nothing. And then her therapy school did an eye check back in I think it was maybe in the winter, and they found nothing, but I don't know how extensive it was. But I know eyes change all the time. So we went to this appointment, but I really didn't think much of it. So they did a bunch of tests on her. They like had her track like these lights, and they were shining lights in her eyes, and then they dilated her eyes. They put drops in her eyes to dilate them. And then we had to wait for like 40 minutes in the waiting room for the drops to dilate. And then we finally went and saw the doctor, and they like were holding like lenses up to her eyes and shining lights in them to see like what she responded to, I guess. And then they were checking the backs of her eyes. Once they did all their testing, they realized that Avery has an astigmatism in both her eyes. I don't know if I read research on it, and it says most people are born with it. And like 1 out of every 3 people has an astigmatism. My sister Kelly has one, I know. But yeah, they said she has an astigmatism in both eyes, and they said it's like mild to moderate. So they definitely recommended that she gets glasses, which is wild. I don't have glasses. Anthony wears glasses, but he really doesn't need it. Both my boys don't have glasses. It's just Avery. And it's in both eyes. So that was kind of shocking to me. The doctor wants Avery to wear the glasses all the time, but doesn't know how she's going to respond to it. They had a little eye clinic there. Thankfully, we have vision insurance. So we got eyeglasses for her. They're coming in 2 weeks, and then they're going to come with like a little strap so we can like strap it to her head, and hopefully it works out, and hopefully she likes them and they help. I guess like with an astigmatism, it's not like so much your nearsightedness or farsighted. You're just blurry all over. You're just blurry. It's basically like instead of your eye being like a normal shape, people with astigmatism, their eye is shaped differently. And so it causes their vision to be blurry. So that's why we have glasses. So that was like shocking and a whole new adventure. So we'll go back in 2 weeks. They're like light pink baby glasses. It's going to be so interesting to see her wear those. So we had that. And then right after that, we had another appointment, and this was to look at her feet. So Avery, as you all know, has been delayed physically. She didn't start walking until a month before she turned 2. So it was end of February. Finally started walking on her own. Because she walks so late, her feet, when she walks, they point outwards like this instead of pointing straight. And we thought like, oh, well, maybe it'll just correct itself. But it's been a few months, and she's still walking with them pointing out like that. And her physical therapist mentioned it to me. She was just worried that if we don't correct it now, she's just going to continue as she grows older to walk with her feet pointed out, and maybe it might make her have a funny walk. So she recommended that we go see a specialist to see if she needs like braces for her feet to keep her legs, to get her feet pointed straight. So that was the appointment we went today. It was actually with physical medicine or something, I think it was. It was like really strange. I'd never been to that part, before, but it was just through like Nationwide Children's, which was fine. So we met the doctor, and surprise, surprise, he recommended she get braces for her feet. They're called SMOs, so they just come up like right above the ankle. You wear them in shoes, and they just help keep your feet straight. So of course, this doctor does not make the braces. I have to go to another clinic that actually makes the braces, where they will fit it customized to her foot. So I found one that's pretty close to our house, called them up, and we're going at the end of this month to start that whole process. 2 for 2 of Avery needing more things. And then now in about 10 minutes, Avery and I are going to have to leave. We have a physical therapy appointment. We've been giving her extra physical therapy at a clinic just down the street from our house. And it's been going really well. They really push Avery. She hates it. She cries the whole time, but it's good. Like, they make her walk up and down the stairs, not holding on to hands, like holding on to railing, going up and over obstacles just to try to get her more stable on her feet. So we have that. And then as soon as that's done, I have to race back here, because then Grayson takes religion classes. Because he doesn't go to like a Catholic school, we take religion classes to kind of get that religion education aspect in, and it's usually only twice a month. Well, this is the last religion class of the whole year, so he has it tonight. So I have to run Avery back, and then I run Grayson to this class. It's only an hour long, and then he'll be done with that until next year. I already signed him up for next year. He'll be receiving First Communion next year. He's very excited about it. I'm going to be running the kids, and I have 0 time to make dinner, so I just popped in a Stouffer's lasagna, and it is what it is. Like, I'm not even going to have time to eat it. I've just been like running around trying to get everything done. So, it's just been one thing after another, but it's busy. And then of course, we're not done with the appointments for Avery. This Friday, we have an appointment with ENT, which is ears, nose, and throat, because she failed her hearing test at her school. So we're going to get seen by a professional to see if maybe she has fluid in her ear that's not being drained, and to see if she needs ear tubes. So it's always something with Avery. It just feels like right now it's just one thing after another, and I'm trying to get it all in before this new baby comes, because once the baby comes, I'm not going to have the time to do all of this. So I'm trying to get everything in as fast as I possibly can. That's what's going on. Speaking of me, I turn 25 weeks tomorrow. I was supposed to have my next doctor's appointment today, but obviously, as you guys know, today is so busy, so I pushed it off to next week. So I will go when I'm 25, almost 26 weeks pregnant, and get an update there. It'll be a really quick and easy appointment. Nothing new, just heartbeat, see how big I am, pee in a cup, all the fun stuff. So that is coming, but I've been feeling good overall, just taking things day by day. Yeah, this is just a crazy busy week. Grayson has the dentist on Wednesday. He's got to get some cavities fixed, so that's not going to be fun. And yeah, it's just crazy over here. And on top of all that, my kids have been sick. They've been having fevers on and off. Finally, they've been feeling better since this weekend, but last week was a struggle. All my kids were like sick, so that's probably why I didn't vlog that much. But I can't talk much more. I gotta go now. I gotta go get Avery to this appointment. So yeah, sorry, I don't know if I'll pick the phone up or what I'll do.